Hello YouTube world, welcome to my channel. For this video I'm going to be talking about my BookTubeAthon TBR, that stands for To Be Read. The BookTubeAthon is essentially a week-long readathon. It's like a reading marathon. And so basically you just read all week. It's kind of just really supposed to be for fun. But in addition to reading all week, there are going to be 7 challenges, one for each day, that you can try to complete. And so I have my books here. So basically this is my TBR for the BookTubeAthon. You can also like mix and match challenges, sort of. Like I could do 2 challenges at the same time using the same book. So that's kind of cool. I don't have to read one book for each challenge. That would kind of take a long time. So yeah, let's get started. The first challenge is to read a book with blue on the cover, and I chose Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan. It's actually a graphic novel. It's not the original. It's a graphic novel. Kind of cool. So yeah, basically what it's about. I haven't read the original one in a long time. It's been like 2 or 3 years, I think. I'll try to do a description best I can. So basically, what it's about. I'm gonna put this down because I don't feel like holding it. Basically what it's about is Percy Jackson, who is a demigod. His father is Poseidon, like God, Poseidon, and his mother is mortal. She's human. And he has to like go on this quest to try to save the world from this titan named Cronus who's trying to rise. And he's gonna kill all the gods, and he's gonna do bad stuff. He's gonna like kill the gods, he's gonna take over the world, and it's not good. So Percy's like, we're gonna go save them, and he goes to try to stop Cronus with Annabeth, who's his friend, and Grover, who's a satyr, which is a half-goat, half-human hybrid mix thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. Challenge number 2. Finish, or at least read, a book that the author's last name has the same first letter as your last name. So my last name is Fisher, starting with an F. So I'm going to choose If I Stay by Gail Forman. So I have not read it yet, and I know I'm like really behind, and the rest of the world's like, no, you need to read it. I really kind of didn't want to read it until now because I didn't want it to have a bad ending. It's about this girl named Mia, and she is a cellist. She really wants to go to Juilliard, which is this amazing music college, university place. She loves the cello, and she has a boyfriend. I'm going to put this down. She has a boyfriend. His name is Adam. He's in a band. And she and her family were driving in a car, and they get into a car accident. And everybody dies except for her. She goes into a coma. And she has to think about whether she wants to stay, she wants to live, and she wants to be with Adam and all of her friends, or she wants to, if she wants to leave, she wants to die, she wants to be with her family, with her brother. And it's essentially a book written in flashbacks, her remembering all this stuff that happened, and she has to think, do I want to stay or do I want to go? So I don't know, that sounds interesting. I just don't want to read the ending, so hopefully it's a good ending. Challenge number 3. I chose Paper Towns by John Green. My friend Priscilla, this is her favorite book, or one of her favorite books. So yeah, it's basically about this boy, his name is Quentin, and when he was 9, this girl named Margot moved in across the street from him. Margot is like really different, and he knows that. She's really different. She doesn't like fit in anywhere. She just goes her own way. She does her own thing. She doesn't really care what anybody thinks about her. So yeah, so they grow up and it's senior year and Margot comes and knocks on Quentin's window. She basically says, I need to borrow your car. You and me are going to go play a bunch of pranks on people who I need to get revenge on because they were mean to me or they did something I didn't like or stuff like that. So they do stuff like they took a bunch of saran wrap and saran wrapped somebody's entire car. And let's see, what else did they do? They put a catfish in somebody's closet so that it stunk up their room. And it was just stuff like that, like harmless, sort of harmless things. And so he goes to school the next day and Margot's not there. And he's like, where the heck is she? And eventually, like, it's like a week later and he's like, where is she? And so apparently he went to talk to her parents. She runs away a lot. She's run away like 5 times now. And they're not worried, but he is. He's scared that something's gonna happen to her, that she's gonna go and off and like commit suicide because she just found out her boyfriend was cheating on her. So he has no idea where she is, what she's doing, why she's gone. So he, his 2 best friends, Sam and I think it's Marcus, but they call him Radar. For some reason, they call this guy, his other friend, Radar. So Sam and Radar go on an adventure with him to try and find Margot before it's too late. And it sounds like a really good book. So John Green has never disappointed me before, so I'm gonna hope that he just keeps that bar up. So yeah. Number 4, challenge 4. Read the last book you acquired. The last book I actually acquired was The One by Kiera Cass. Kiera. I don't know. So The One by Kiera Cass, it is actually the 3rd book in a trilogy. And I'm going to explain the first one because I can't explain this. I don't really want to spoil anything if you want to read it. So basically, the first one is about this girl named America Singer, and she is a musician, and she lives in this country, this futuristic country called Ilia, and so yeah, in this country there's royalty, and there's caste system, which is basically number 1 to number 8, and based on your number is how high you are in society. 1 is royalty, 2 and 3 are really rich people. They don't really do anything. Some of them are models. They do stuff like that. 4s are teachers. They're like educators. They work in schools. 5s are musicians. So that's what America is. 6s are literate servants. They went to school. 7s are illiterate servants. They didn't go to school. And 8s, you're homeless. You're living on the streets. It's not good. Yeah, it's really not good. You could have done something to upset the royal family. You could have done something to upset the royal family, or maybe your parents did, or maybe it's just the way you are. Like back when the country started, you were just an 8. That's what you were. So yeah, being an 8's not good. But basically, America, she has a secret love with a boy named Aspen. He is a 6, he's a caste lower than her, and she wants to marry him, but Aspen doesn't want her to marry him because he knows that if she marries him, she'll be a 6, she has to be a servant. But yeah, he doesn't want her to marry him because he knows that she'll become a servant, her life will be worse than it already is, and her life's pretty bad, they don't have food most of the time. So yeah, but there's this contest called the selection where the firstborn son of the royal family chooses 35 girls from any caste, doesn't matter. Well, it's a lottery, he doesn't choose. And you enter in, and 35 girls get to go and live with him, and he has to choose a wife from those 35 girls. And so America enters, and she gets chosen, and she has to go, and she has to live in the palace, and she has to deal with being away from Aspen, being away from her family, and living with the possibility of being royalty, which she doesn't really want. She doesn't really want to be royalty. She thinks it would be too much pressure on her. And then she meets the prince, not Aspen, Maxon. And Maxon is so sweet and loving, and he's not anything like she imagined he was going to be. So it's kind of her coping with being in this election, being away from Aspen, being away from her family, dealing with Maxon's feelings for her feelings for Maxon. It's just dealing with all of that. It's such a good book. Oh my gosh, it was the best book I've read all year. I'm not saying a lot. I've read a lot of books this year. So yeah, I'm hoping that the third one lives up to the first and second one, which are just amazing. I loved them. So don't let me down, Kira Cass. I'm really looking forward to this book. Challenge number 5. Read a book without letting go of it. That is The Titan's Curse. It is short, it is easy. It is easy to read, so it's short and easy to read. As soon as I start reading this book, I cannot let go of it till I finish it. So reading something like, I don't know, The One, that will take forever. I can't not let go of that book. It's impossible. So yeah, The Titan's Curse, it should be easy, should be simple. I should be able to read it in maybe an hour, maybe 2. I mean, there are pictures, it shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, so that's challenge number 5. Challenge number 6. Read a book you really want to read. I hope you guys figured out which one that is, because it is the one I want to read it so bad. So bad. Waiting until August 3rd is going to kill me. Oh, I want to start it so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really want to start it. So, yeah, that's the book I really want to read. Challenge number 7. Read a total of 7 books. This is 4. So, using the books I have from the challenges is not going to work as well as I thought it was going to be. So, basically, I have books 3 through 8 of the Diary of Wimpy Kid series. They're short, they're easy. If I finish a book and I'm like, oh, I need to read another book so I can get these 7 books done, I can just read one of these. They're so easy and simple to read. There's a lot of pictures in it. They're only like a couple hundred pages each. And so, yeah. That is the 7 challenges. That is my TBR for the BookTubeAthon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.